Now joining us to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from all around the world are Arise News analysts Emmanuel Ifeni and Dayo Shobowale. Mr. Emmanuel Ifeni, it's a brand new week.
Good afternoon, Vimba.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Cynthia. Good afternoon, Dayo.
Good afternoon.
Yes. We start the review with this day Nigeria's newspaper of record. We start with the lead story. Economic reforms. Tinubu begins broad consultations. Sets up tripartite advisory committee. Meet private sector leaders, governors. Yes, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with key stakeholders in the economy yesterday. Private sector players, captains of industry, and some governors. And at the end of that meeting, a tripartite committee, advisory committee was set up. Now, the key players who were in that meeting, Aliko Dangote was there, Femi Otedola, Samad Rabiu, Tony Elumelu, Amina Maina, the VP of the Vice President of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, and of course, Segun Ajayi Kadri, the Director General of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. There was also Innocent Chukwuma, the owner of Innocent Motors. And of course, they've bought all the cars before he had a point to meet the president after buying foreign cars, right? But of course, that meeting also had in attendance Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Prince Dakpa Abiodun, the governor of Ogun State, in that meeting. And the president, in his opening remarks, said, we are not saying we have all the answers, but we will not be blamed for not trying. That was not particularly an encouraging statement, Dayo, because it's like one would expect that there's a broad plan that the government is following, but not trying. But some had already have advised in the recent past that the government should seek help, perhaps meeting with this group, which include economists like Bismarck Rowane. This is another way of seeking help.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nobody has the monopoly of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's right. And then what he's trying to say there is that, in spite of all their efforts, it seems they have not been doing enough. Get me? But that they have been working so hard. But the last thing anybody can accuse them of is for lack of effort. Get me? It's being realistic that the problem is profound and is looking for help on all sides to settle it.
We're talking about...
If he works it alone, he has the mandate to do it.
Yes, like some of us, managers used to tell our subordinates that we're not interested in your effort. If your effort does not give result, we're not interested.
Yep.
I'm only interested in results. But I don't know what I can tell the president.
Are you all right? Go ahead. How do you stop me?
I wanted to seek your permission.
No way. You're on your own there.
But
no, it's an admission of the gravity of the situation.
Yes.
That it is, but it is not unsurmountable.
Yeah.
And they are not going to be tired in the process. That's it.
Okay, because you know why people are saying, after all the bringing Lagos magic to the center, and the Lagos boys who are the magicians are not there in charge of the economy.
Okay. They are making mockery of them.
It's not mockery.
It is mockery.
We are stating the So you took...
Of course. I take it personal.
In defense of the Lagos boys.
Yes.
In defense of the Lagos boys.
And they are bright boys. Whether you like it
yes,
or not.
Yes,
and
yes.
they solve this problem.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. If they solve the problem, we'll enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's not as if we don't want them to solve the problem.
This move would have been met with a lot more grace if it had possibly preceded the massive reforms that we saw. So I think that's why at this point people are skeptical, people are tired, people are hungry. So it now just looks like optics. It no longer feels like it's a genuine effort just because the order is wrong.
Nigerians appreciate the problem. Nigerians.
They appreciate the problem.
The problems. And if anything, they are giving him time.
Yeah.
You get me? So you speak for yourself. If anything, they are giving him time.
No, you are speaking for yourself too.
My own prayer is that you will perform in that time.
We all want the president to perform because he has the 4-year mandate.
No, in spite of your parody of his effort. But I assure you, he's a brilliant accountant and a versatile politician. He'll get through this. Inshallah.
Mr. Shobala, do you remember his inauguration speech that he gave at the dinner, not on at the ceremony, but at the dinner, where he said nobody should give him sympathy, nobody should pity him. He signed up for this job himself.
For this job.
He said it himself.
So
we're just giving him what he asked for.
Now. You see, when you give negative interpretation to every word of your leader, that's a problem. Get me? A Kenyan, I read it, posted something to the platform of my friend. He said Nigerians are using so much negative energy in talking about their country that it is not good for their image.
Mr. Shobala,
let us learn one or two things.
Read what Kenyans say on Twitter.
No, let's discuss issues, please.
No, anyway, the issue is that the government has set up this tripartite committee. But what we must also caution, because sometimes when these committees give advice, the government of the day don't follow. Not necessarily this government. Remember, President Olusegun Obasanjo then told his advisors, on the day he was swearing them in, I'm not bound to take your advice. President Muhammadu Buhari set up a similar economic advisory body. But if you listen to the conversation of some of those economists on that body in their public outing, because when I say, you are there and these things, they say, well, if they don't take my advice, what will I do? So, Iman, setting up this committee is not enough.
That is both a body and the prerogative of leadership.
Yes.
The buck stops on this table.
True.
If things go well, it takes the praise. If things don't go well, it takes the blame. So let's leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. Now, the Business Day newspaper, CBN mops up 1.51 trillion naira in 4 months to stabilize economy since Yemi Cardoso assumed office as governor of Central Bank. 1.51 trillion naira has been made available at the open market operations, OMO, bills, and all in a bid to fight inflation and stabilize the value of the naira. Well, whether we have achieved that goal, of course, the jury is out there. But you cannot blame the government for not trying.
Looking forward to the MPC
meeting. I know, that's what I'm saying. The MPC meeting today, we'll see the outcome. I'm sure there will be more measures. Now there's a story, the front page commentary, the business they call it. And the first paragraph reads, the government of Bola Tinubu attempted to do what we all know only God can do, to float a stone on water. That is precisely what the government tried when it floated the naira without the support it required. Yes, that I'm sure you will not consider this.
If somebody says government is floating stone on water, and you are reading that,
he's trying to.
Floating
the naira. No, by floating the naira.
Successfully floated stone on water.
Look at it. He said they were attempting to do what they believe only God can do.
Of government.
Yes, what they are saying is that government floated the naira without having the wherewithal to back up floating. So that's what the newspaper said.
So they are paddling canoe now.
They may float. Of course, they use the word floating the naira, right?
You like
it's an economic term.
Analogy of floating stone on water.
Whether I like the analogy, I don't have to like it.
That's
how they are
propagating.
Not propagating. We are reporting what.
I don't buy it.
Okay, no, you just say so. You don't buy it, but that's their own way of explaining the situation.
Condemnation of everything.
Everything is not condemnation.
Have you ever seen stone floating on water?
That's what they are saying.
The analogy is negative.
Anyway, let's look at the Guardian newspaper. FX crisis. Nigeria's falling out of top 4 African economies on weak currency. based on the fact that the depreciation of the naira in the last 8 months thereabout, Nigeria's standing among African economies has calmed down. That's what the Guardian is reporting, and they put statistics there to back up their the report, of course, which is the lead story of the Guardian newspaper. Now, the Vanguard newspaper, job losses, factory closures loom as unsold stocks pile up. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Nigeria plunges 254% in 8 months. That's Naira, rather. Naira plunges 254% in 8 months. That is what the Guardian is referring to, which has reduced Nigerian economic standing among African countries.
We are in a state of economic gloom.
Well, that is what...
That's apparent from the papers.
Yes. Yeah. now the Punch newspaper, NLC, Presidency, Police issue fresh warnings as 65 groups pull out of the NLC protest. Well, the Attorney General of discussed that a short while ago. Lateef Fagbemi said, well, the protest will be in court contempt if they go ahead. But Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria also, who is a lawyer to TUC and NLC, saying that no, they will not be breaching any law. They are not in contempt of court.
TUC is not going on with this thing.
Yeah, I know. But he's a lawyer.
Falana.
Yes.
You get me? He's talking as a civil rights advocate now, not as a lawyer. Get me? If
but he's a lawyer to the
he's
TUC.
He's a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yes.
And
he has been representing Labour in all their cases.
I keep on saying this. If lawyers want to argue their cases, they do so in court. You get me?
Yes.
The court of public opinion is not the court of law. Please, let us remember that. If you see all the letter he wrote as if he's addressing the judge, let him take it to court. Lateef Fagbemi is a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Just like
and
Femi
he is
Falana.
the Attorney General.
Just like Femi Falana.
That's right.
Who is also the lawyer of...
I say he is not Attorney General. Lateef Fagbemi is the Attorney General.
But he's speaking on behalf of Labour now. Who is their lawyer?
So before which judge now?
No, you mean lawyers?
The judge.
Lawyers cannot make statements except in court.
So where is the room
on
for
this
activism?
issue? If there is a court case, and the Attorney General has said there is a court case, and people are doing something illegal,
and he's representing Labour. He's representing Labour in court.
And let him go to court.
Anyway,
You hear me? Let him go to court. This is the court of public.
Anyway, let's just look at the Daily Trust newspaper. Qatar backtracks hosts Nigerian Business Forum. Remember, there was this letter leaked in which Qatar said, well, they are not. They rejected the offer to hold this business investment forum because, according to them, there was no business agreement between Nigeria and Qatar. But again, they have reversed that position, and they have responded to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that indeed they are ready for the meeting.
It was
the business environment.
A quick and positive backtrack as
The
well.
power of a leaked letter.
There you go.
This now.
Thank you, gentlemen, for the review. As quickly as the backtrack happened, that's as quickly as this analysis happened. But we'd like to thank you for now and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Mr. Emmanuel Efeni, Mr. Dayo Shubuale, thank you both. Thank you.